I'm Scott.
I'm Brian.
We're Schwartz on Sports. We're here to present our first annual NFL Draft Special. With that, we're going to start with our mock draft of the first round. And with the first pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Andrew Luck.
No big surprise there.
From Stanford.
At number 2, we got RG3 from Baylor going to the Skins.
The third pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking, wait for it,
first surprise,
Morris Claiborne from LSU.
Good pick, good pick. I like it. At number 4, it throws a whole mix into everything now, but we still got the Browns taking Trent Richardson from Alabama.
With the fifth pick in the NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will select Ryan Khalil from USC.
And at number 6, the St. Louis Rams will select Justin Blackmon, Oklahoma State.
A.K.A. Starscream.
Remember that.
With the 7th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars surprise nobody by surprising everybody. They take Melvin Ingram from South Carolina.
And at number 8, all the talk is finally done. And then we have him taking Ryan Tannehill, Texas A&M, the overrated Tranny Hill. Next pick.
Just because you need a quarterback, you don't take Tannehill number 8. Anyway, with the 9th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Quentin Coples from North Carolina.
And with the 10th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Riley Reif, Iowa.
With the 11th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Luke Kuechly from Boston College.
And with the 12th pick in the draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Fletcher Cox, Mississippi State. He's been rising up the boards of late. We have him going number 1, defensive tackle off the board.
With the 13th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Michael Floyd from Notre Dame to pair up with Larry Fitz.
And that would be a very dangerous deep threat there. That's all I'm saying. And at 14, the Dallas Cowboys select Mark Barron, Alabama safety.
The 15th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Michael Brockers, defensive end from LSU.
And at number 16, the New York Jets select Dontari Poe, Memphis, defensive tackle.
With the 17th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bungles select Stephon Gilmore from South Carolina, defensive back.
And at number 18, we have the San Diego Chargers selecting Whitney Merciless, Illinois, defensive end.
With the 19th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, we have the Chicago Bears selecting offensive tackle Jonathan Martin from Stanford.
And at number 20, we have the Tennessee Titans selecting Dre Kirkpatrick, Alabama, defensive back.
With the 21st pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, we have the Bungles again selecting Kendall Wright, wide receiver, Baylor.
And at 22, we're back to the Cleveland Browns, where we have them selecting offensive tackle, offensive guard, Cordy Glenn.
Good pick, we need a tackle.
Georgia.
Just saying. With the 23rd pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions are selecting guard David DeCastro from Stanford.
And at 24, our hated rivals, which I hope he's a bust, we have them selecting Dante Hightower, linebacker, Alabama.
With the 25th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, we have the Denver Broncos selecting a linebacker Courtney Upshaw from Alabama.
And at 26, we have the Houston Texans getting Andre Johnson some help over there on the other side, taking Stephen Hill, wide receiver, Georgia Tech.
With the 27th pick in the NFL Draft, we have the New England Patriots with the first of their 2 first-round picks, selecting, I believe, a steal at 27 overall, defensive end, Andre Branch from Clemson.
And at 28, the Green Bay Packers take our first Buckeye off the board, Mike Adams, offensive tackle.
The 29th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ratbirds select safety Nick Perry from USC.
And at number 30, the San Francisco 49ers select Chandler Jones, defensive end, Syracuse.
With the 31st pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots, with their second first-round pick, select pothead Janoris Jenkins from North Alabama.
And to round up the first round, at 32, the New York Giants are going to select Doug Martin, Boise State.
And on to that, we're going to bring you our sleepers. We think they're guys that aren't really top-of-the-notch guys from a, analyst talk perspective.
They're not top 3 round.
Right, and these are guys we think are sleepers, hidden talents.
Someone hiding that could bust out and be a Pro Bowler.
We got 2 positions per each position. We'll go through these one at a time, and we'll start with the quarterbacks with Brian.
Our first one is Russell Wilson from Wisconsin. He's got little size, that's what his downfall is, but he's got a strong arm, good athleticism.
Case Keenum, the quarterback from Houston. Dude broke all kinds of records. I think he might be a steal in a later round.
And at running back, we have my boy,
Chris
Polk from the Washington Huskies.
Yep. Our other sleeper at running back is Terrence Ganaway from Baylor. If you watch any Baylor games, it wasn't just RG3. They had a decent ground game, too, with Ganaway.
Yeah, I believe he had like 1,600 yards and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a good back.
And at wide receiver, from the Big Ten, Marvin
McNutty,
Iowa.
And our second wide receiver sleeper is also from the Big Ten, our Buckeye DeVere Posey.
And at offensive tackle, our first sleeper from the University of California, Mitchell. What?
Schwartz.
What?
Schwartz. And our second tackle that we have as a sleeper is Nate Potter from Boise.
And then that moves us to tight end. You can start that one off.
Our first sleeper tight end is Michael Agnew from Mizzou.
And going back to the Big Ten for our tight end sleeper is Brian Linthicum, Michigan State.
Our offensive guards, we have 2 of these as well. The first one that we think is underrated, could be a steal, is Brandon Brooks from Miami of Ohio.
And at number 2, we got Lucas Vicks from Pitt.
Defensive tackles, we've got as a sleeper Billy Wynn from Boise State.
And our other sleeper from the University of Cal again, Trevor Guyton.
Going on to defensive ends, our first sleeper pick is Cam Johnson from Virginia.
And our second sleeper pick from North Carolina, Dante Page Moss.
Linebackers, our first sleeper is Brandon Lindsay from Pitt.
And our other sleeper from TCU, the Horned Frogs, Tank Carter.
Cornerbacks, our first sleeper is Casey Hayward from Vandy.
And at number 2, we got Cliff Harris, Oregon.
I like that dude. Cliff Harris could be a steal. And finally, with safeties, our first underrated guy is Winston Guy from Kentucky.
And at number 2, from the Big Ten, Trenton Robinson, Michigan State.
So we've gone through our mock draft. We've given you our sleepers. Let's talk Browns.
All right, back to the 4th pick now. We'll just hop on back. It's obviously going to be between, well, it depends where Minnesota goes, but it's going to be between Blackman, Richardson, maybe Claiborne, and Khalil. But I don't see him taking a tackle because we get a playmaker.
All I know, as our cousin Ray says, he tells us all the time, we don't need an offensive lineman. We need playmakers. So for the love of God, for Ray's sake, because he's a season ticket holder, take Richardson or Blackman.
We need touchdowns, damn it. And then what if we trade down? I guess we could bring that up. What if we trade down?
I don't see us trading down. I see us potentially trading back up from 22.
To get maybe Michael Floyd?
Michael Floyd, yeah. You take Richardson at 4, you get Floyd, and then late teens, early 20s.
Floyd around 12, 13, 14.
Yeah. That'd be a hell of a first. That'd be a hell of a draft right there.
I'd take it.
Yeah. And some people have Floyd rated better than Blackman.
Yeah. So we'll go over the different scenarios if we take Blackman, Richardson, Claiborne, just as we move down the draft. So we're going to go to 22. We'll say they took Richardson because that's the prolonged pick. So we'll say they take Richardson. I say you have to get an offensive tackle or a receiver. Boom, like that.
And I think either Cordy Glenn or Jonathan Martin will be there at 22. Either or, I think that's a hell of a pick at 22 because the offense, we do need help on the line. They'll shore up the right side.
I think it's a little high for Mike Adams from Ohio State.
Mike Adams,
his upper body's a little weak.
A little weak? He can't bench me.
He's obviously got some drug paraphernalia problems now. I think he's going to slide down maybe out of the first round.
Yeah, but what I don't want to happen if they take Blackman or Richardson at 4, I do not want a quarterback at 22. We got too many needs, and I don't want to draft a backup quarterback with our 22nd pick.
I don't want a quarterback till at least 4th round.
Right.
Fourth round.
If they take a quarterback before the 4th round, it's a mistake.
Well, here's the thing. Why would you get a quarterback early this year when you know you're going to get your franchise quarterback next year? Why even waste the pick?
We're not going to win more than 5 games this year. I almost guarantee it. I don't fully guarantee it because stranger shit happens, but looking at our schedule, we're not winning more than 5 games.
We're going to be in the top 5 to 8, which is
top 10
easy,
guaranteed.
which is easy to trade up for either Matt Barkley, Landry Jones, or Geno Smith.
All right. So who would you rather have trading your picks, RG3 or Barkley, in the West Coast?
Well, trading how many picks he had to this year?
Right.
Barkley.
Exactly.
I'm a big fan of Landry Jones. He's a big fan of Barkley.
I don't like Landry Jones. I like Barkley.
We'll see how they do, and I think Geno Smith's going to be a sleeper. He's going to make a run at 1 or 2.
But either way, I'd rather have Barkley from a top 10 trading standpoint than RG3.
But that's next year, but I just wanted to bring up, why would you draft a quarterback when you're going to draft your future next year?
So I think in the first round, you need to take either the running back Richardson, the receiver Blackman, and a combination of either a linebacker, like you like Levante David.
I love Levante David.
Or, a tackle, offensive tackle, either Glenn or Martin.
Levante David reminds me of a DeQuell.
But I can also see on the other side, we draft Blackman number 4, then we take David Wilson with the 22nd pick.
If we take Blackman, Wilson might fall to 37. It might be a gamble.
I wouldn't risk it. I can see them picking a tackle at 22 and trading up.
Well, because everyone's so high on Doug Martin that there's only going to be 2 in the first round.
Yeah.
Probably.
David Wilson's your ideal West Coast back. He can catch, he can run.
He can catch, he can run. He reminds me of a Shady McCoy, who we could have signed and let him go. We're really good at that.
Either way, we've got the potential in our first 3 picks.
First 4.
That's
if you keep them.
Our first round picks, because the draft's so deep this year, we're going to get 2 stud playmakers. Granted, if you get an offensive lineman at 22, he's not a stud playmaker, but he's a stud offensive lineman.
But you can get Bobby Massey in the 2nd round. Yeah. And he's actually a right tackle. He's actually a right tackle, though. He played right tackle. I mean, that's just his position.
Right.
He's used to it.
Right.
But and that moves us. So you got, depends if you go Blackman, Richardson. Then you have, if they go Blackman, you have him taking David Wilson. Right. Or Levante David.
Yep.
And if they go Richardson, you have him taking
a tackle Glenn or Martin.
Or possibly Stephen Hill.
Because everyone's high on Michael Floyd.
I don't like him. I don't like him either. Would it be too high to take Alshon Jeffrey at 22?
If you can get him in a 2nd round, yes. We forgot to even
I'm
mention
just saying.
him.
I mean, he would have been number 1 last year. He lost weight. He's quicker. Would it be that big of a risk taking him 22 instead of 37?
Yeah, I'd take him 37, definitely. If Alshon Jeffrey's there at 37, our 2nd round pick, I would snatch his ass up.
Even if we go wide receiver 22?
No.
You wouldn't go wide receiver. No.
We've done that before with Claude Rabisky. I'm not going there again.
Yeah, well, whoever was running the show then was.
I know.
I don't know why you take those 2.
Yep. So basically, let's run down our picks. We've got the number 4 overall, which we discussed, the number 22 overall, 37. 1 pick in the 3rd round, 2 picks in the 4th round. I think 2 picks in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th.
2 6, 2 7.
Yeah, 2 are compensatory picks. You cannot trade compensatory picks.
So expect Heckert to trade after the 5th round. Expect him to trade all of his regular picks to move up into the 4th round to get somebody.
We got a lot of room to play with this year, and I expect Heckert to do some pretty good things.
And he might move up in the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round. You never know. It's whoever they like, whoever falls. You got to wait and see.
So at this time, it's 9 o'clock Eastern time. At 9 o'clock 2 nights from now, we should know who the Browns take, at least with 4, hopefully with 22. I doubt it'll move that fast, but it takes a while. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be basically a game changer for the Browns if they do it right. It's either going to push them way ahead or set us way back because we have to nail these draft picks for the Browns this year.
It's going to put us at 2 wins
or 6.
Possibly 6 to 8.
Yeah,
which isn't bad.
But we're obviously not going to make the playoffs this year. We just got to build our foundation. And next year, if we don't take a leap next year, then there's going to be a lot of pissed off people, as if there aren't already. But they got to get this draft right, folks. That's all I know.
Yeah. And just so we went to the spring game Saturday. It was awesome. And the new videos on our Facebook, Schwartz on Sports. Check it out. Anything you want to add?
That's it. We're going to wait with bated breath for this draft because it's going to be huge for the Browns, like I said. So I hope you watch it too, and I hope you enjoyed our first annual draft special. We'll talk to you next time. We're Schwartz on Sports.
I'm Scott.
I'm Brian. Go, you jackass. Go Browns! Woo!